What's going on, guys? I know it's been a long time since I've been back, but I'll explain that in the next video. But today we're going to be working on the homie Fraser's car. He decided to check a curb and ruin some of his brand new wheels. So today I'm going to show you how to turn wheels like this into this. So let's put the camera on the tripod and get started. Alright guys, before you get to fixing the damaged areas, you got to make sure you get all the oil, grease, everything off the inside, outside, and the tire. Unless you're going to dismount your tires. But in this case, we're not going to. So we will just tape off the area. So we got to get all of Fraser's nasty tire shine off of it. And we are going to be using Adam's wheel cleaner. I've never used it myself, but Fraser says it's pretty good, and I've heard from other people. So we are going to soak this down and clean it off with the Harbor Freight pressure washer. Alright guys, now that we got the wheel all clean, got all the oil, and tape will stick, we're just going to use frog's tape because that's what I had. You can use any kind of masking tape you want. What you do is you take off a little bit, slide it underneath. See, it didn't come perfectly clean, but it'll work. Stick it down like that, and then you repeat the process all the way around. Because if you try and do one piece, you won't get the crisp curve of the wheel. You can't make the tape curve that long. See, even that piece is a little too long. It'll bow and push out. So let me tape this wheel up and we'll be back. Alright guys, now that you got it all taped up, so you're not going to damage your wheel as you're sanding. We just did one layer. If you want, you can do another layer, so you have that little bit of extra protection. So right here, where he's hit the metal and it's pushed outside of where it normally sits, we're going to go ahead and sand that down. What we're going to use is a mix between 80 grit sandpaper, and this is just Harbor Freight sandpaper. Everything we're using, I'll put a link down in below. Some 220 and where'd it go? Some files. So let's sand these down. So all you want to do is take your file. Sorry for the bad picture, I had to switch to the GoPro. And you're going to carefully file it out. What you want to do is take it down to where it's smooth. And then the rest of this is going to get filled with some metal reinforced filler, and then we'll sand that down. Alright guys, got it all sanded up, and we did the outside. Real quick, we did the inside lift, so it's just nice and smooth. You don't want to go past the metal. You just want to get the scuffed parts out and make it smooth on both sides. I used 80 grit sandpaper, and on my drill I used a flap disc, just the flap disc attachment, because you have more control at a slower speed. And this is actually 50 grit, just very lightly to take it out. But I'm going to do the rest with this and my small DA sander. So now that we got it all sanded up, it's time to fill them in. So we're going to take our pry ball and clean the surface, make sure it's super clean, and then we're going to fill it in with the bondo. Alright, now that everything's all cleaned up, we're going to fill it. We are using this metal reinforced filler by Bondo. So the direction said for 3 inches, do 35 drops, but we want it to dry a little bit slower. So make a little divot. Push it onto. Do a folding. So now that we got it all mixed up and it's kind of tacky, I'm going to use the spreader and my fingers to get it up in there and shape it and squeeze off some of the excess. When you're putting it on, make sure to press it into the cavities. Make sure you get it all down in there. Alright, now that we got all the Bondo on there and it's all nice and hard, now we're just going to sand it all down and smooth and find the spots that we have to fill in again. Why are you squeaking all of a sudden, table? Real quick, guys, if you're worried about scratching the face of your rims while you're sanding, because your sandpaper will be like that, go ahead and just tape off the face so you don't nick it with your sandpaper. Or if you do, the masking tape will get it and not your rim. Damn, I put it on there. Once you get the primer all on, it should look like this. I don't know if the camera is picking it up, but there's little these pinholes or spots you didn't sand good enough. And usually you would use spot putty, but I do not have any. I forgot to get some. Oh, right there. Pinholes in it. You use spot putty to fill those in, but I don't have any, so I'm going to try and fill it in with the sandable primer. Do extra coats. Don't be like me. Wear a respirator. Alright guys, real quick. After we sprayed the sandable primer, we are in a time crunch because it's raining and it's getting dark. And we gotta finish Fraser's car. So if you're trying to sand it with 1000 grit sandpaper, wet or dry, and it just gums up real bad and sticks, what you can do is take some wax and grease remover. This is only if it hasn't fully cured yet. You can take some wax and grease remover and run it along, and so what it'll do, it's kind of the same thing as using 1000 grit sandpaper. It'll get rid of your hard edge and smooth out your paint, just like if you were using wax and grease remover. Excuse me, if you were using 1000 grit sandpaper. Now it may take longer, but you get a very nice result, and you'll see when we paint the color. Alright guys, so we got it all sanded and smoothed out, and we tape. So you want to tape lower than where you're going to paint. That way you don't get a hard edge and you have some room to feather it out so it'll blend in together. So it's all taped up, and we are using, we went to Napa and got it color matched to the existing color of the wheel. And then once that dries, we're going to use some clear, 2K clear. This is the one where the hardener is in the bottom of the can. You bust the bottom, shake it up, and you've got like maybe 2 or 3 days before it hardens all together. So let's get some color on, and then we'll go from there. Real quick, you want to do light coats. Don't try and saturate it all at once. You'll get runs and it won't look good, especially on the small lip surface that we're trying to cover where he messed it up. Sorry for the low lighting. We again, took us a long time.
Light work with the bass on the track, on my face in the back like I'm taking a slap. I need a drink, but it's straight from the tap. And I'm hating the slack, couple miles run around like the hate in the gaff. Please stop talking that trash, cause the vibes in the front all the way to the back.
guys, so we got them all painted. I think they look pretty good. They are not an exact match on color because we could not match the color with the gun. It was too big to get onto the lip. So we picked the closest color. I think it looks pretty good. We're going to let this dry and do 2 more coats, and then we will do the 2K clear. We are also, if I haven't said it already, we went to Napa and got color match paint in an aerosol can, and it's as close as we could get to the wheel. So let's do a couple more coats. Alright, so the base coat is dry. So we're going to use the 2K clear, and it's 2-part. So you have the hardener and the clear. So what you do is you take the nozzle, you place it on this little knob right here, and then you hit it. And you make sure that it's all pushed out and mixed up. Hold it down and shake it up for 2 minutes. So now that we got that all mixed up, let's spray the wheel. Real quick, guys. So we painted everything and we're getting ready to put the 2K clear on. And we have a hard paint line. So what you can do, take a piece of cardboard and put it deeper into your dish, and from far away mist it on the spot. So it will lightly blend and get rid of that hard line. Oh, what I also didn't tell you was we took the wax and grease remover and feathered the hard line in a little bit before you blend it in. Don't paint in the dark. There we are, all cleared and cleaned up. Yes, I got a run right there. I'll have to wet sand that out. But no more scratches. I'll have to give you guys pictures in the daylight. See, but for now, it looks good compared to a non-scarred wheel. And it's dirty. Yeah, I put you on blast for your dirty ass wheels. Alright, what's going on, guys? It's been about a month since we did Fraser's wheels. It is bright as so I got together with the homie Fraser, and let me show you guys what they look like. They are a little dirty. We went for a drive. I will put that footage at the end of this video because Fraser got a tune. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what else you guys want to see. We have some other videos coming up. We have another big build coming up. That'll be soon. Talk to you guys later. Peace.